Hey, I'm here to let you know that working out doesn't have to be boring. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and it really just made me think. As I've been on my fitness journey, my health journey, if you will, all these years, how many people really believe that working out, physical fitness, even the way you eat, is one dimensional? So today we're going to have like a little bit of a two-part mini series, if you will. I'm gonna start with the physical fitness aspect of it, and then tomorrow we'll talk about the, eating habit. But before we begin, so Marcus Fraser for Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. If you could, always hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you stay up to date with all my future Teachable Tuesdays videos, and yeah, all that good stuff. So, I'm a roller skater, and one thing I always tell other roller skaters around me, right, is to make sure that roller skating is not your only form of fitness. Don't get me wrong. Is it a great form of fitness? Abso-freaking-lutely. You burn so many calories from roller skating. I think they have this thing on the skating rink I go to, which is called Astro Skate here in Orlando, Florida. And I think it says something along the lines of, if you roller skate for an hour straight, no stops, you burn at minimum 630 calories, which, hey, that's a lot of calories to burn in just 1 hour. You feel me? And doing it in a fun way. In fact, half of the time, you'll be having so much fun skating, doing moves and whatnot, and whatever. You ain't even thinking about burning calories. You're just thinking about having a good time, right? But the reason why I tell my roller skaters to do different activities besides roller skating is because obviously the more you roller skate, the better you're going to get, right? Practice makes improvement. But there are other things that you can do that will strengthen different aspects of your body that will ultimately transfer over to roller skating. So at the end of the day, yes, you're getting better by practicing, but you're also going to get better by doing what? You're going to get better by allowing what you do outside of the rink to transfer inside the rink or the park, wherever you choose to skate at. Because I know some people, they don't skate at skating rinks. Some people do parks and whatnot, and that's all good too. So I'll give you an example. A lot of skating in general involves what? Your core, and it involves your legs, right? It might involve your arms depending on what style of skating you do, so on and so forth. But for the most part, fundamentals, core, and legs, especially your core. People don't talk about that enough. I think that is very underrated. So when you do workouts in the gym that strengthen your core and strengthen your legs, that will ultimately help you with skating, right? Especially when you are specific about your exercises. Stretching is extremely important, right? Stretching is important for any type of fitness. Let me just go ahead and make that clear from the jump, right? So at the end of the day, everything ultimately translates or transcends to other areas. But if you are still kind of on the fence about this, let me give you some ideas for workouts that might help you, what's the word I'm looking for? Add a little bit more flavor to your workout life, if you will, right? Trying to think of the word, couldn't think of the word. Number one, if you're one of those individuals, you're going to the gym, maybe you're starting to find the gym mundane, or you feel like you want to start going to the gym, but you're like, oh, it's boring. All they do is lift weights. Go for a walk. Walks are excellent when it comes to cardio because it's low impact cardio. You're burning calories, and you can go far distances because you are using less energy in a shorter span of time. I go for a walk almost every single day. It's good for your heart, and it's also just good to soak up some vitamin D from the sun. Like right now, it's pretty cold here in Florida right now as I'm recording this video. It's about 40-something degrees, but this sun feels absolutely wonderful. The sun is just beaming. This is one of the times where I'm glad the sun is beaming, and it feels great. So get you some vitamin D. Get your butt outside. Even if it's cloudy, still get your butt outside. Go for a run. Get that heart rate pump. Sometimes you just need to get that heart rate pumping. Now, some people might argue, Marcus, what's better, walking or running? I think it depends. If it's a day where you're not lifting weights, go for a run. Get that heart rate up. If it's a day where you are lifting weights, do some low impact cardio so that way it doesn't impact your muscle growth, right? Or if you are going to run, don't run as much. But yes, walk outside, run outside, just be outside. You feel me? Another workout you can do if you feel like the gym is just boring or you feel like it's going to be boring. Yoga, stretching. Listen, we don't stretch enough. And I know you hear a lot of older people, 30 plus, I'm in that category, where you hear us talk about all the time, it's important to stretch your body. The older you get, and I've said this before, the more prone you are to injuries. Can't stress that enough. Stretching will help reduce injuries. I'm not saying that it takes it away, but it does allow you or your body to be more flexible when it comes to certain things because your body's a lot more loose. When you don't stretch, your body is tight and it's more likely to break something, fracture something, sprain, things of that sort of nature, right? So those are things that you want to consider. Sorry, my Nike app is going off in my ear. Those are things you want to consider. You feel me? You want to be able to consider those things. That's important. So stretch. Stretch before any workout, but I'm not just talking about stretching before you work out. Stretch also as a separate workout, right? There are some people that work out, and I probably need to practice this too, where they have a 15-minute stretch out before they start or stretch cool down when they are finished. Shoot, last night I did some restorative yoga. Got to stretch in, help calm my nervous system down because a lot of times we don't just need to build our physical, we also need to build our nervous and our mental. That's just as important. That is just as important, all right? Do some extracurricular activities. Go roller skating. Go, bike riding, inline skating, swimming. I mean, I know it's the wintertime as the release of this video, so most places in the U.S. you're probably not going swimming, but I'm just saying in the general sense, right? Some form of hiking, which is also walking. You know, just get your body moving. And maybe you could create a schedule if you're someone like myself, where you like to schedule out activities and schedule the different activities that you want to do. And I'm not saying that you got to do 1,000,001 different activities and whatnot, but what I am saying is put enough diversity in your workouts to where it doesn't end up being boring. Like I know for me right now, I go to the gym 3 times a week. And the reason why I'm making the gym 3 times a week is because I am really trying to work on my consistency when it comes to my fitness and my health. And I have a bad habit of going from 0 to 100 real quick, as opposed to just learning how to dial things back and slowly build myself up. I've always been like that. That has been a bad habit of mine for a long time. And it's something that I am trying to actively change. You feel me? So, you know, those 2 days that I'm not in the gym, what am I doing? I'm going for a walk. One of my jobs is Boys and Girls Club. I play outside with the kids, play basketball, volleyball. Sometimes we'll play football. You know, I'm getting myself involved in different things, keeping my body moving. You play around with kids at a certain age, different sports and whatnot. That's enough to keep you moving and still keep you feeling active, you know? And I want to enjoy this while I can, because I know there may come a day where I might not be able to be as active. God forbid, it's not on my own terms. So move. I think that's the simple solution. Just move your body. Find different ways to move your body. It doesn't always have to be the same activity. And even if it is the same activity, switch it up. So let's say you go to the gym and that's just like your workouts. Okay, cool beans. Maybe have a week where you lift weights and have a week where you focus on body. And when I say body, I mean doing exercises that don't involve weight, but that involve strength conditioning and strength training. Because yes, it's important to lift weights, but it's also just as important to be as strong as your body allows itself to be. I'll give you an example. I don't care if you can bench press 250 to 300 pounds. That's great. That is amazing. That is an amazing feat. But if you can't do a simple pull-up, that's a problem. You ain't got no body strength. You don't have body strength. You can't do a push-up. That's a problem. If you can't do a squat properly without, not without, but if you can't do a squat properly, you can't do a sit-up properly, you can't do anything body-related properly, that's an issue. So those are things that I want you to think about, right? If you are the type of person where you normally do one particular exercise, like, you go for a lot of walks, switch it up. Go for a run every other day instead of going for a walk every day. If you're the type of person where roller skating is your thing, great. Maybe find something else extracurricular to add to that. If you go skating 3 times a week, maybe go biking once a week. Again, you'd be surprised at how much these changes really make a huge impact. And not only that, it's fun. When I work out, it's very rare that I think to myself, I'm not having fun. Now, is every workout going to be on beast mode? No. Do some of my workouts suck? For sure. I couldn't tell you. You don't even know the half of this, man. I've had some workouts where they were just horrible. But you know what? I showed up. And that's the number one thing. Show up. Not every workout is supposed to be fun. But you got to remember, at the end of the day, regardless if you have varying degrees of your workouts or not, you don't work out because it's fun. You work out because it's good for you. Not everything in life that you do is going to be fun. I'm just trying to show you some ways to make it a little more fun than what it already is. But those are just my thoughts. Working out doesn't have to be boring. Again, add some variety, and it really does make a difference. Marcus Frazier for Teachable Tuesdays, to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. As always, hit the like button, subscribe button, notification button, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.